Afternoon again. So today what we're talking about, I'm just going to get the screen on because let's face it, I always forget. And right, so if there's any questions or anything like this, please head over to the 5 Day Groove Challenge. I've got all of it coming up there so I can see you if you've got any questions, which is great if you have, because I love questions. It makes it so much easier for me to actually do all this. And what we've been through already. So we've already been through Find Your Perfect Customers, Find Your Who. We went through actually paid ads and a little bit of organic. And what we want to do today is we want to go through a lot deeper. So I want to actually dive in and want to start on about offers. Now, hang on, for some strange reason, this isn't actually shown. Right, and we now shown. Right. So today we want to talk about offers. So what we want to do is we want to really sort of deep dive into offers. Now, I had two choices when I was looking at doing this particular one. I could either go out and just do the very, very basic offers, or we can dive a little bit deeper and really start getting new offers to start getting you success. So I thought, why not dive a little bit deeper to get you more success? Now, obviously, already we're talking about driving traffic into our whole funnels and floors and all the rest of it. But this is really where it starts getting a lot more interesting. So we've now got our ideal who's. What we want to do next is we want to actually start getting the who's to start spending some money with us. If they're not spending money, then we're not doing the job right. So let's have a look. So what I wanted to go through was how to sell anything. Hiya, Sue. So well, at least we got one person in today. So we got Sue in. Actually, got a couple in. So we've got how to sell anything. So this is basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through and show you how to go out and start selling. Now, this doesn't matter what niche you're in, who your ideal who is, or anything else. This is the same process for anything that you're doing. Now, I'm going to be talking a lot more about sales flows as opposed to sales funnels. I touched on this yesterday. And what it is the flow. We want the people to become more committed. We want to be able to engage them on a lot more levels than just the funnel. Because if we just engage them on the funnel, then obviously they can bounce off and then we lose them forever and we've wasted spending our money, which I don't like doing. So let's get into this. So if we're starting from scratch, the best place to start with is your who. So as we filled in our sheet the other day, we already now know our who. So all we need to do now is go out and match the product. Something simple. Couldn't be easier. So once we know the who, then the product becomes the match because we've already done all that much research. This is why I keep on saying, if you go through these worksheets, it actually does work. I've got another worksheet for you today, which is really, really easy. So what we're actually doing with all of your products, offers, services, whatever it is, we're starting them off from one point here and we're wanting them to go to the finishing point there. Hey, Angel. So we've got starting off here, finishing point here. Now, in amongst that whole lot, there's going to be various steps that they're going to take. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go through those particular steps and then you're going to pick one, right? So only one of the steps. So the way we're going to pick that step is we're going to find the sexiest one, right? So another thing that you want to do is, this is on the byproduct side, we're only going to keep you in one sort of niche kind of thing, right? So myself, I would like to be known as the sales flow guy, right? The person who likes sales flows because it makes life a lot easier. And his big girlfriend come with a cup of coffee. So if I'm just concentrating on sales flows, it makes life so simple. Cheers, thank you. And it means that I can basically go out and just concentrate on one particular problem. And if anybody else has any other problems getting to their goals within sales flows, hopefully they'll think of me, right? So where your dream customers already go to solve their problems and just let it fly into place as well. Unbelievable, right? So where they're actually going to solve their problems. Now, at the moment, I know most of you guys have Groove, right? If you didn't have Groove, then my marketing would have been targeting you, or maybe you've just been passed on to this. That fly's really going to annoy me. Right, so the place where they're going to solve the problems at the moment is Groove. So if we go into the Groove group, what we can do is we can start seeing all of our ideal customers. Right now, you might not want to be going out and selling Groove, so in which case you'd have a different where. So let's say, for example, you're doing holistic stuff. You'll go into the various different holistic groups. ClickFunnels, the same sort of thing. So you just go wherever your people actually are. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up an offer that is going to solve their one problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to make a sales flow that first is going to concentrate on the one sexy problem that we've got. There's a graphic down here somewhere. And then we are going to launch it both as an offer launch and then as an evergreen. So we can turn on to both markets. Now, this here could be classed as a product launch and this 5-day Groove Challenge. Now, what I've also done is I've also made it evergreen. Right now, I made it evergreen by putting in one of my funnels. It's going to be updated. We're going to do quite a few more lives before we go and put in the funnel. But it means that now we've got that whole thing, which we can now just start marketing and let it go out and do its own thing. Right now, its own thing is obviously getting people good at selling stuff, so that hopefully one day they'll go out and start selling my products as well. Right? I'm completely selfless. I'm not really. I'm completely selfish. And so it's helping me to help you guys as well. So to each of the summit, the mountain, what you're going to get is you're going to get the various different steps. All right. Now we talked about this before, I'm sure. And all these various different steps have various different actions in. So let's say, for example, we're going to build a sales funnel. God, that fly is going to bug me. Right. So we're going to start a sales funnel. So first thing we need to do is, where do I get the funnel from? What is the best funnel? What's the best funnel platform that I should be using? Right. Well, I would say GrooveFunnels, but of course there is alternatives. Now we can go out and find out which alternative would suit them particularly best. And that's step one. So step one, get the sales funnel. Step two, how they're going to build the sales funnel. Well, we can go out and we can start finding products that's going to show them how to build a sales funnel, or we can make our own. Right, I'm going to come on to that a little bit later. Three, how they're going to start driving traffic to their sales funnels. Otherwise, they're going to be stuck on the traffic side of things. Four, how are they going to put in their email list, how they're going to do email capture, things like this. Five, how they're going to do the videos. Now, what I would then go and do is I would find the sexiest problem that they've got, right? All of these are all various problems that they have. So I would find the sexiest problem that they've got, and I would make up something on that, right? Now, there's an easy way to find that, which we're going to go into, which is Ask Campaigns. So we're going to actually let our customers be our guides for what we're going to produce for them, right? So we're not going to really produce it as such. We're going to find out exactly what people want, and then we're going to build something exactly around it. So what we're doing is we're starting them from absolutely no idea to, in the end, being the king of the castle, right? They're going to climb the mountain, get the summit, and you're going to be in the summit, but you're going to actually go down here to start from again. Now, this is what I was talking about yesterday. I'm going to cast your mind back and actually start where they are right now. We're starting on their journey in the same place as what their mind's going to, right? So not where you are right now. If you're already a success, then think back to when you weren't a success. This is the point where you're going to actually get in their own heads. So we're going to market where our dream customer is already at and in the medium that they like, right? Now, what I mean by this is, if you're running YouTube ads, then please put out your content on YouTube, right? And we'll be talking an awful lot about content here today because content's going to be a biggest part of your offer. So if you're on YouTube, then make sure your content's on YouTube. That's where you're running your ads to. If you're doing blogging, then if you're using like ads on that side of things, make sure people go to blogs. If they've searched on Google, they're more than likely prefer to read. They're not searching YouTube. If they're on Facebook, then make a medium appropriate so that we haven't got good big long videos that go onto YouTube, onto Facebook, because nobody's going to watch them. They only want about 30 to 40-second clip on Facebook. On YouTube, you can go a little bit longer, about 3 minutes to get your ads out there. But the content you're going to produce is going to keep on dragging them in. So they're going to see your face via an ad if you run ads, or see your face via organic if you run organic, and they're going to start getting used to you being the expert in that particular area. Now, if you look on Ready Aim Firebook, there's I don't know if anybody's actually read it. And what this guy done out, he was a business coach, and he went out and he actually made this book and he showed the different patterns that people use to get from one point to the next point. So he wrote one that was 0 to 1 million, then one that was 1 million to 10 million, so on and so forth. Now, in that book, he said, your goal should be customer service, right? Your goal as a beginner should be to acquire as fast as possible the critical mass of qualified customers. What he means by that, right, is he means get as many people in as you possibly can. That will then be your main set of customers. Now, this is the reason why I still do some affiliate marketing. I know that my marketplace is already out there and already using certain things. So I already know that my marketplace for my chatbots is in GrooveFunnels, right? One of the marketplaces. So I can now go in and I use all the research that GrooveFunnels done, and I can just then take out my particular people out of the big GrooveFunnels, out of the big funnels, red ocean. I can create my own blue ocean, right? Because we're not like any other chatbot. So I can give them a brand new way to do things rather than just an improvement. What's going on now? Right. So what that means, it means that what he was saying in Ready Fire Aim, whatever it is, it means that every new product that you're then going to bring out, you're going to get an awful lot more success with, because you already have acquired your customers. You've already went and spent the money or spent the time to get the customers into your ecosystem. So now you can go out and continue to release new products or new offers towards them, which means it makes life a lot easier. So it means that your existing customers start buying it. So we have a value ladder, right? Now, the value ladders are really, really simple. It's basically how you get people to ascend what you want to do. Now, my value ladder does actually go on a little bit further than this, but we'll just go through the basics for now. So, value ladder 1. So, what to get them in? So, what we'll do is free tripwire funnel, which would be the Chat Ammo free account, right? Well, don't get everything, and it's good for only 1,000 people. Alternatively, I could go out and sell Groove. I could go out and give away the templates and things like this. Alternatively, I could go directly in and sell Chat Ammo straight away via the tripwire funnel, right? That means that we're going to get money straight in, and then we're going to start earning money straight away. Now, that would be starting obviously in the middle, and the only time I would then start keep on coming down is when I want more leads, but I always want more leads, so I'm nearly always running some kind of lead magnet. Now, the upgrade from there would be the full Chat Ammo account, where they're starting to upgrade and they're starting to get an awful lot more features, and they're starting to get the training and whatnot. And upgrade from there would be me building their chatbots for them. Upgrade from there would be me building their whole sales flows for them, so it would be the sales flows and chatbots. And then upgrade from there would be if people wanted one-to-ones with us and that sort of thing. So they wanted coaching on the whole thing, right? So that would be some idea of the value ladder. Now, each of those values would obviously go up in price. So when I'm getting somebody into my value ladder, and this one, Russell Brunson publishes value ladder a lot. In fact, I think I've got it actually here. So Russell's value ladder is this right here. So let's just turn it off a second. So as you can see, his value ladder goes all the way up. It starts from the Secrets trilogy, which is books, then goes on the One Funnel Away challenge, then on the Full Hacker Live, then on the Two Comma Club, then on the Inner Circle. I think the Inner Circle's round about 35,000-ish, if I'm correct, somewhere around the $35,000 mark, and that's every year. So as you can see, when he sells somebody a book, he wants them to keep on buying from him, and that's his whole business plan. Now, as you'll see, ClickFunnels wasn't in his value ladder because ClickFunnels it's a kind of subsidiary from that. So his offers, you won't very often see ClickFunnels. All of his various different sections on the ladder will all lead back to ClickFunnels, but it isn't something he's went out and done the whole thing for. So he hasn't just directed everything at ClickFunnels. He hasn't made ClickFunnels one of his value upsells. It's the books that mention it. The One Funnel Away challenge mentions it a lot. The Two Comma Club, it mentions it a lot, which you also have to pay an awful lot more for. I never trust the Two Comma Club people. And your whole focus should be on ascension, right? You should be starting off and then getting people to upgrade all of the time. You should be giving them so much value that they want to spend more money with you. And that's the main focus. So if you start with an affiliate offer, then that means you've now got people who's proved that they want to be part of your particular club. So if it's an affiliate offer, still focused around what your core offer is, you can get people in there, which is now paying for your ads. Obviously, we do little upsells and boosts and whatnot as well. But we now know these are committed customers. They've went out, they've spent money, they've showed you the color of their wallet, and so it's all good. They're going to continue buying from you, right? So the middle of your value ladder pays for your systems, right? It's that simple. It's when you start getting up higher on the value ladder where you start taking the money out yourself and you start keeping that money. Now, what I mean by paying for systems is I mean that most of the money that I take from the middle of my value ladder, I'll then put straight back into ads. I don't really take anything from myself at that particular point. They just go straight back into ads and we just let that keep on running. So it can build up its own momentum and start getting the massive customers that we want. So that when we go into trainings and then when we do get all the value ladders put out in funnels, which I haven't yet, then we can start upselling people if they're wanting the various different bits. Right, and it's only if you want more leads, as we were saying before, that your lead magnets actually come out and you start saying, right, okay, we've got this thing here for free. Now, a person who does this really well, who does it for free, is Chatmatic, or at least they used to, when he released his chatbot book. Russell Brunson does this excellently with these free book magnets, which are you pay for shipping. And that's kind of killing two birds with one stone, because what it's doing is it's going out and it's getting people to show that they're going to spend money, but by getting something an awful lot cheaper. If you look at the price of all of the various different books in Amazon, they're a lot more expensive, which he does that, so he keeps on saying. So the way we're doing it is we want a sales flow. Now, the sales flow means that we're going to be working both with chatbots and sales funnels, right? Now, this means it's a bit like the chicken and the egg. Which one comes first? It depends on which on where you're actually getting your customers from. So if you get them from Facebook, I would always say use the chatbot, get people into your chatbot, because then you can continue the sales process. You can continue the conversations. And it's when you're making conversations with people that you start selling more. If you're starting from YouTube or something like this, then I would start with my sales funnels. But I would still lead back to my chatbot, because obviously then we've got more bites of the apple. We can show them more of our offer. We can dive deep into each of the offers, right? We can dive deep in each of their problems, which is even better. Now, I've often been asked about what the price point should be in the particular industry. And I found an easier way to do this, right? So the easiest way I would do this, if I was going to GrooveFunnels, I would then look at how much GrooveFunnels were charging for their various different masterminds. And then I would take that sort of pricing. So GrooveFunnels doesn't have as many as these as what ClickFunnels does. So I'm going to use actually ClickFunnels as an example. So excuse me, just so I can show the example. So first, you've got your lowest price point. Well, in the lowest price point on ClickFunnels, then that would be the likes of the books, where you can go in there for a free book training, or he's got his affiliate training, or his traffic training, which is all free. Now, the middle offer, you're looking round about the One Funnel Away Challenge, the $100 mark, which is his middle offer. Then, of course, you've got his highest offer, which is the 45,000 or whatever it is, offer for his mastermind. Now, what you can then do, now you know how much those people are used to paying. Now, that means that GrooveFunnels and ClickFunnels already went out and they've conditioned their particular customers to pay that sort of money, which means if you're using these as your get in to their world things, right? So if you're getting customers from ClickFunnels or from GrooveFunnels, they're already conditioned to spend that sort of money. So it means that your pricing can be really, really simple. It also means that you can put a slight premium on that price, not a massive amount, but a slight premium. Say if it's $1,000 product, you can make it $1,097. And what that's going to do, it's actually going to normally result in better customers for you. Now, I don't tend to do this an awful lot. So this is the kind of preaching what I would do if I wasn't selling my particular chatbot, if I was selling something else. So next, obviously, when they come onto your page, you've got the bait, right? So hook, which is bait, story, offer is your main three things, which is what Russell Brunson keeps on preaching about. So your bait, we need to put in the headline the actual bait. Now, the headline that's working the best is normally curiosity-based headlines. Now, what I use for this, I use Jarvis because it makes life so much easier. It's got it all in there, so I can just type in the headline what I want it to be. I can build a curiosity-based headline for this, and then it's done. Now, then I would go into the various bullet points, or I would do a video on the front end. Now, the bullet points are the three secrets they're going to learn. So the headline would be, do you want to see how these affiliate marketers turned over $1,000 in one day just by doing these simple steps, right? Then we'll give the three secrets of how they do it, right? But we'll still keep those secrets quite ambiguous up until they start coming into training. So if we're selling training or software or whatever we're selling. Next, we will go into story, right? Now, the story, you'll keep on hearing about this. I'm terrible at stories, really, really bad. I'm told that I shouldn't be. But you have your origin story, which is where you start off from. Now, one thing I want to point out about stories is I want to point out that one of your stories should be an epiphany story. Now, that epiphany, you shouldn't really tell them where you had the epiphany. So you'll hear a lot of people keep on doing the epiphany story and they kind of don't do it quite right. You want the listener to actually have their own epiphany by listening to your story. So you'll say what happened, and then I've seen this, and then all of a sudden everything started coming to us, right? And they'll go, well, hang on, yeah, if you do that, that's where I'm at right now. So right, and then they get their own epiphany. They start seeing it. Now you can also include 3 other stories in amongst that. So obviously for your sales pages and things like this, and for follow-up emails. So your follow-up emails, there's a thing called the Seinfeld series of emails. Now, if you've ever watched Seinfeld, which I haven't a great deal because I'm in the UK, but it's basically a series about nothing. There's not an awful lot that happens in Seinfeld. It's very, very strange. It's like Coronation Street in our place. It's a whole series about a street, which makes no sense. I still watch it though. Now, the Seinfeld story, it is basically just giving the whole story of your background, and you give it in such a way that the people can't wait up until the next episode. So I think Game of Thrones, actually, that's a better example. So Game of Thrones, they always leave on this huge cliffhanger. Same as Breaking Bad. I love that program. It always leaves on a huge cliffhanger. And so the people are looking forward to your next email to keep them informed and to keep them in there. Now, by doing this, what it means is that people's going to stick around with you longer because they're obviously getting their entertainment value, but they're also getting the offers that help you as well. So you can start dropping in affiliate offers and your various other offers. Next is the results. If you have any results, then it's awesome if you can put them on your webpage as well. Because one thing, cheers, Curtis, thank you. Curtis just said good information. Actually, should say these things, shouldn't I? If I ever worked out how to do it. Right. So the results side of things, what happens with the results is you should be putting your results out all of the time. You should be putting out various different recommendations for. Now, on this, I would like to actually take a quick pause. All you guys who's on here, I would love it if you could write a review for this, right? Now, as well as that, I would also like it if you could start writing reviews for each other's software, right? So one of you let the guys in to write the review for your software and all start writing each other's reviews for software, because obviously more reviews, the more it helps various different people. But skipping over that. Right. So the ways to make your blue ocean offer a new opportunity. Remember, we're not going to be making something better, a faster way to do this. The new improved version of doing that, we're not going to try and make a better offer. We're going to try and make a brand new opportunity. So first, what we could do is we can throw rocks at the current vehicle you're using. Now, the example that I got told here was photography old and new. Obviously, I used to be a photographer. Now, when I started on photography, I was using a bog standard 35mm camera. Going out until actually I was using a 10-inch by 8-inch camera, one with the big hood over my head. But I was going out and using this particular camera, and I was using it all the time. And I was one of the first people to switch over to digital camera for commercial shoots. And I went out and then I started teaching the other photographers around here. I've got quite a few articles published about why they should be using digital cameras, what the big advantages were in digital cameras, and why they should be doing the whole lot, right? And that's just basically throwing rocks. I was saying, yes, look, photography is great, and it's going to get you exactly where you need to be. But if you're using the traditional cameras, you've got to go away, send it off to be processed, then to be printed, then you've got to print it yourself, then you've got to get the enlargements, and it all takes all this different time. And obviously, you want your checks in as fast as possible. Digital cameras are the way to do that. You can send them digitally, you can print them out yourself, and you don't need any of this sort of messing about. So try and think about your opportunity as that sort of way. What is it they're doing right now? So for Chat Ammo, what we could do is we could say, right, okay, chatbots are great. Right, we fully believe in chatbots. They're awesome, particularly now Facebook's brought in these rules. But the problem with chatbots is they don't actually bring in new traffic. Whereas Chat Ammo goes out, it brings in new traffic, and you've got a full e-commerce system. You've got everything all in one sort of software. So it's no longer just a case of only having a chatbot and trying to get that chatbot to work. And also links up with everything else. Right, so always evolving. Everything is different, not better, right? So whenever you're thinking about your sales, then always think different, right? We're not doing better. There was something somebody said about the the presidents of the United States, and it was Hillary Clinton's message, which I can't even remember what it was. And then you had Donald Trump's message, which was "Make America Great Again." Well, that's a completely different thing than, right, we'll make it a little bit better. We'll make it great. Right, so went off on a tangent there. So looking back at Groove, so what I've seen a lot of people do with Groove when they're trying to go out and sell Groove, I'm only using Groove as an example, it can be applied to anything, is you already have this core set of customers right here in the big circle. I don't know if you can see my mouse, which you can't. Right, so you have this big core set of customers in Groove, and what's happening is a lot of people's going out and they're just trying to sell Groove as a whole. Well, if you're doing that, then what you're doing is you're competing against, I don't know how many sign-ups they've got right now, about 175,000 people are signed up or something ridiculous. So you're now competing against 175,000 people. That is a massively blue ocean. So rather than going out and doing that, if you go out and you start making content, Groove funnels for affiliate marketers, Groove funnels for MLM, Groove funnels for bricks and mortar, Groove funnels for agencies, and you can then start pitching those exact people. Now, again, this is cutting down your niche, because you're cutting down your niche, then you're making yourself more available. So people are going to start seeing you as the expert. So within bricks and mortar, we'll cut that down even further. So we'll cut that down into tattoo shops, restaurants, real estate, chiropractors, all this sort of thing. Give away the funnels. Get them away as your lead magnet, if that's what you want to do. Then you can go out, you can start selling the Chat Ammo things, and you can start selling the other bits. And the best bit is you've now made yourself a set of clients, an actual group of people within your email address who are going to want to buy everything else that you can produce, right? So these are creating customers for you. So on this place, on that one, that was Groove Funnels, ClickFunnels. Steve Lawson does his ClickFunnels for multi-level marketing. He just goes in and he sells the one funnel away challenge on the front end, which is his lead magnet, because he gives an awful lot of bonuses away. But it's the one funnel away challenge, and then from that, he then steps it up into, right, well, once you finish the one funnel away challenge, you're ready for me, come back to me and start buying from me, right? And he'll sell them multi-level marketing secrets or whatever it is. He also does a chatbot thing with it as well, which is pretty cool. But this means you can go out and you can start now hacking the entire market. The links that I give you the other day, which will actually give you the Groove funnels, who they're targeting, and all the rest of it, you now know exactly who they've went out and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on trying to find these exact markets, and it's cost you nothing. It's cost you a quick little download. So now you've got all biggest part of your marketing done. You just need to niche down a bit more on your who. Combine that with the sheets that you got the other day. You now have a pretty indisputable set. Now, diving a little bit deeper into this, there is, of course, .com secrets. And that's what .com secrets is about. Actually, this is how much I would recommend them. We have .com secrets and we have expert secrets. And this is my expert secrets right now. So I eat my own dog food. And what .com secrets is all about, it's all about going out and modeling the red ocean and getting rid of the red ocean and making your own blue ocean. Now, the way that he says to do it is a little bit different than going out fishing from the red ocean, which I prefer. I prefer going out there, found and proven one, and then take them straight out there, right? Then, of course, you've got Expert Secrets, which is creating your own ocean. So it's these two books. Now, they've just come out with second edition. They're very, very good. I like them. So if you want to go deeper, then it's well worth you diving into those. So the red ocean, that's out there. So the ClickFunnels ocean, the GrooveFunnels ocean, the lead pages ocean, all the rest of them, they hold your new customers. They are where your new customers are at. They're where we need to go and get them. Now, I want you to consider this for a little bit. Marketers are like drug dealers, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to change somebody's belief with the intent of getting them to purchase something, right? Exactly the same as what drug dealers do. We're going to be just be the case before I upset anybody. Now, we are going to do this ethically. Actually, this is a good example of what I'm about. Come on now. I've just noticed I've got one of my Urban Ink cups. Right, so we are going to go and do this ethically. We're not trying to do it underhanded. What we're going to do is we're going to tap into their particular hormones that everybody wants releasing. So first off, you've got dopamine. Now, dopamine is your distraction drug, right? Everybody likes to be distracted. And if you look at Facebook, it's actually designed to distract people all of the time. That's the whole reason why it's there. That's why you've got your pings on there. That's why you've got the likes on there. Why you've got the hearts on there. Everybody loves to be distracted. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what they're already getting distracted with. Are they getting distracted on Facebook? Is it YouTube? Where we're going to find them and what sort of distraction is it that we're doing when we're building our sales flows out. All right. So whatever their chosen method of distraction is, we're going to get there because we're going to publish more. Right now, a lot of people don't like publishing. However, I keep on hearing this advice left, right, center. You'll see me on here an awful lot. I hate being on video, right? God's honest. Like, look at this face. It's not designed for video. It's definitely a face made for radio. Now, because I go out there and I publish every day, I'm getting a bigger following just because I'm going out there and publishing every day. Now, the good thing is because I'm not very good at this yet, but in fact, I'm many miles away from being good at it, then I know I'm going to get better. So by the time I start getting more people in there, I'm going to be an awful lot better. Jarrett J. White said it the best when he said, first off, you're going to come on and you're going to suck really, really bad. Then a few months later, you won't suck quite so bad. A few months after that, you won't suck quite so bad. And eventually you'll suck so little, like actually quite good, right? That's the whole way that you need to be thinking about it. Don't worry about if anybody's watching you. Don't worry if you make a Charlie yourself. Don't worry if your t-shirts somehow flipping over and doing really strange things. It doesn't make a difference, right? So, easiest way to produce content is record your journey, particularly if you're just starting off right now. So when you're recording your journey, you want to record all the bad things that's happening, all the good things that's happening, what you learn along the way, your success stories, your failures, what your thoughts are, like, which chill your mind quite often, normally the most inopportune times. But these are the things that people's going to start getting more interested in you and then start following you and start actually listening to what you've got to say. If I had come in and I had released Chat Ammo and I instantly come out and went, right, listen, release the Chat Ammo, it's awesome. I put a funnel together, and the first week I made $1 million. It was really, really quite good. Then not one of you guys would actually be tuning into us right now because you'd all be going, this man's full of it. You know what I mean? You can only actually start following somebody if you see the struggles that they've went through as well. And I'm no doubt everybody's seen my struggles. normally when my tech department let us down. So this is the way to actually start getting a decent following and to start telling people what it is that you actually offer for them, which is always going to help. And thanks, Curtis. Curtis is telling lies and saying I'm good. He's really not. Right, so next you've got your oxytocin. Now, this is where you're going to document journey. This is all about connection. This is about how you're going to get people to connect to you and how they're going to start getting to build a rapport. And everybody's sorting out, everybody wants to be with the attractive character. Now, I'm not the attractive character. I'm not saying this. Once I finish this, you guys might hate us. But you can be the attractive character very, very easily for your own product because you're the most passionate about your own product. Now, I know there's two ladies on here right now who are just as passionate as me about Chat Ammo. In fact, most people have got on right now are just passionate about me about Chat Ammo. And I know they can rave on about the Chat Ammo for ages, right? So remember, show you're passionate. Show what it was that you start off in here, but try not to go too technical babble, which is what I normally do, which is one of my biggest letdowns, because I'll go technical babble at the drop of a hat. Next, you got your serotonin, and this is about status. Now, I heard something interesting about this. I heard that people only buy something because of status. And I think it was Tony Robbins who was saying this. Now, at first, this doesn't sound real, right? And it was actually Russell Brunson's explanation that made sense to us. And what he was saying to Russell Brunson was, nobody will buy a single thing unless it's going to increase their status. If there's a risk that they're going to decrease their status, so say they go out and buy whatever it is that you're selling, and we'll say it's a weight loss program, and they tell everybody, yes, Angel, you're definitely one of them. And you go out and you tell everybody, right, I'm trying to do a weight loss program. I'm going to lose a stone in weight in 2 weeks. I'm not very good at weight loss. Right, I'm going to lose a stone in weight in 2 weeks. Now, what that means, it means that if they then fail at that, they've now made a fool of themselves in front of people. This is why you offer money back guarantees and things like this, which always should be part of your offer. So it's all about boosting their status. So what Russell Brunson argued was that that can't be true because his wife wouldn't want a Ferrari, right? Which would increase his status. And what Tony Robbins said was, right, okay, so what does she pick up? What does she do during the day? And he says, well, she picks up the kids, right? Okay, so she would go and buy a family station wagon or whatever they're called over there. Because that would increase her status amongst the other mothers, and she would look like a better mother. So it kind of rings true once I've listened through the whole lot. Now, Russell also capitalized on this by making T-shirts, right? By making them belong to a certain tribe. I particularly love this one, which we're not Confusionsoft. That was excellent. And I built funnels. What I done was it started making people feel like they belong and giving them an identity. And so it started getting people in there. Now, we are going to be releasing T-shirts and whatnot very, very shortly. If I can get my thoughts away from X-rated T-shirts, because I keep on thinking floors and various other stuff, which Lindsay keeps on telling us isn't a good thing. So it gives everybody a sense of belonging, right? So we want to get people to feel as though they belong to a particular cult, to a particular crowd. That's why Russell Brunson keeps on talking about culture. Next, you've got the endorphins. Now, this can only be brought on if you've done the work. So when you come out from the gym, if you ever watch me, I go into the gym, I hate my life. I do not want to be there. It's horrific. Once I start working out, I love the life. I love the gym and everything else. I'll feel great afterwards. So endorphins can only be brought on by you actually going out and doing the work. So how to capitalize that in your funnel? This is how we're going to capitalize, is the simple way of giving step-by-step to success. So as I showed you on the diagram with the little mountain, the little fella starts at the bottom and we give him small steps. So what you'll hear is ClickFunnels do one of the best. Is it ClickFunnels? No, it's actually ActiveCampaign. An ActiveCampaign has a walkthrough of its ActiveCampaign. It says day one, log into ActiveCampaign and then tick this box. It's awesome. So straight away, the people log on to ActiveCampaign and think, surely this can't be it. It is. They click the box and it releases endorphins. It's the weirdest thing in the world. People want step-by-step things. So each step gives you a checkbox. So you feel as though you're actually accomplishing something. Now, the reason why we know that these particular hormones work is because the average person is checking their phone over 70 times a day, which I do actually believe because I started counting over an hour or so, and it's not very good. The amount of times I check my phone is getting a bit ridiculous right now. I might have a day without my phone. So that means that a lot of people want to see and they want to get all these different hormones that's being released. And most of the time when I check my phone, I'm either on Facebook, YouTube, or what's the other one I keep on going on to? Or something, one of the other ones. Oh, Warriors Plus. So I keep on going into these three things and I just keep on checking what's in there, and my emails and my SMSs and the problems with the software and things like this. So I'm always in there checking a different thing. Right. So what we're doing is we're setting out to get the moral, ethical way of getting these hormones being felt inside of your funnel, which is the cool way. So one of the things we need to understand is that humans are lazy and they'll follow the path of least resistance. They're like a little river. So you need to understand those particular hormones so that you can lead them down the path of least resistance. If you're trying to get somebody to come up and start doing something out of the blue, right? It's a cold audience. It is very, very difficult. The amount of build-up you need to do to get that cold audience to start doing what you want them to do and what they should be doing to get success is really, really hard. That's why I advertised when I marketed this. I only marketed to GrooveFunnels people. I know they've already took the action to go and get GrooveFunnels. So I know that they're a lot more likely to take action on a daily basis to actually improve their lives because they've already made that first step. And the first step's always the most difficult. Now, that meant I didn't have to go out and try and reconvince everybody who's already bought GrooveFunnels that this is the new thing that they need because it's going to help them along, which is the whole thing. Right. And just by acting, you are ahead of 90% of people. A lot of marketers, at least call themselves marketers, what they'll actually do is they'll sit and absorb all of this various information and they won't take any action on the end of it, right? They'll just sit and keep on taking it in. I don't understand this. It makes no sense to me at all because you can't possibly make any money unless you go out there and start making offers. It's an impossible thing to do. It doesn't matter if you think's perfect. In fact, I'm going to show you how I go out and do things, which is it might shock you. It might actually explain an awful lot. Right, so we're going to do it. We get these various things off them. So we're going to get distraction. We're going to get that by producing more content. Connection, we're going to get that by them buying stuff. They're going to buy stuff and then they're going to think that they're in a particular group of people. One of the things that works for me, actually, strangely, is that I add everybody by hand onto ChatAmmo. And once you're added by hand by ChatAmmo, it's not machinery or nothing like this. I go and do it all. Once they get in there, then they actually feel a little bit more accepted because they've been done by hand. They've got to wait sort of 24 hours before they get in there. And there is a couple of people who I've actually turned down and said, no, I'm sorry, but you're not getting in. But that's the way that they feel a little bit more connection to us. So you want your sense of status, which you can use your t-shirts, the videos, the hats, the various other stuff like this. Like Chatmatic done with his hat that had, you wouldn't get if you had 10,000 subscribers. Didn't understand that one. And then you've got personal effort. So step-by-step guides. And if you start using all of these various different bits, it makes life so much easier for you to go out and sell. So if you build your funnel or sales flows like this, so having your content out there, obviously connecting your chatbot to the content, so that you're building up your audience at the same time, right? Because obviously ChatAmmo will start collecting the audiences, ready for your lookalike audience. You have good calls to actions, right? Such as when the chatbot sells them or your funnel sells them. When you've got the center status, if you're going to be going out and making t-shirts as well, if you've already got Groove, you've already got Groove carts, so you can do drop shipping on that one. So you've already got that one covered. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm trying to learn that. And you've also got the step-by-step guides. Well, you've already got Groove Member for free, so now you can go out and do the step-by-step guides, which means you now have every advantage that other marketers just simply don't have, which is pretty awesome. Now, this is something you often hear. People love to buy, but they hate to be sold. It's rubbish. I love to be sold. There's nothing I like more than to be sold. In fact, I'm going to show you guys how much I love to be sold. I sign up to everybody's different emails, right? So I sign up to Russell Brunson's emails. I sign up to Groove Sales. I sign up to Mike Filsain. I sign up to Natasha, Stephen Lawson. I sign up to everybody's emails I possibly can. The whole reason that I do that is so that I can learn and see what they're actually doing. If you're into marketing, if you're going to be into marketing, then you should sign up for as many different good marketers' email lists as what you can. Because every day they're going to be giving you information. You just need to take that information, package it all up, redo it for yourself. I normally just put it back in Javas, and then re-put it out again. It's really that simple. And you know these guys are making an awful lot of money. So you go out, sign up to all their email lists. I normally do a different email address for all of these. And then that way I could just automate the whole lot. I know that was pretty organized for me, wasn't it, too? But you were shocked there, weren't you? I can tell. Right. Now, the reason why people do refunds, one of the main reasons why people do refunds, is because you haven't done enough of an identity shift. Easiest way to put this is, if you go out and buy something, right, normally things that you buy, the reason why sales funnel is split into three is because first off, you have your desire to buy, right? This is just your pure emotional state. That's why it's at the top. That's why you'll always see the videos, the big headline at the top, and it's the emotional state. Now, about 70% of all buyers will buy from an emotional state. However, once they have bought, then what will happen is their whole organized state comes back in. The right hand side of the brain clicks into motion. And they start going, right, hang on a minute, I've overspent here. Did I really need this? I'm not sure if I did. I've done the wrong thing. I've spent all this money. Blah, blah. Tony Robbins does it amazingly when he does the whole life sales thing on his stage shows. And you go out and you'll be, yes, are we all happy? Yes. Are we all live? Yes. Are you want to do personal coaching with me? 20 grand a year? Yes. Then they go outside and think, what the hell have I just spent 20 grand on for? Right? This is the whole kind of thing which keeps on going. So desire overtakes logic on the first part of the sales, right? If you've got desire for something, you're always going to go. Now, in a sales funnel, you'll always see, or at least you should see, you'll see desire at the first bit, then you'll see the logic, which is backing it all up, right? So here's the desire, here's the logic, which is where we explain exactly what everything does. Next, to back up the logic a bit further, we've also got the testimonials. Then after that, for the people who's a little bit more stubborn, we have the offer, so the offer stack. So they think, like, okay, well, I'm getting a bargain. So now we've went desire, logic, bargain hunters. And then we have scarcity. So we say, right, this offer is going away very, very shortly. If you don't buy now, you're not going to be able to get it. You're not going to be able to get the bonuses. Please don't make false scarcity as well, though. I always remove the bonuses. If I say, right, if you're going to buy it now, then you get all these bonuses. If you don't buy it right now, you're not going to get the bonuses. If the offer's still live, another thing that I do, I say I can only guarantee the bonuses up until such and such a time, things like this. So we get them in that way. And then finally, we have them so they really feel good about themselves and we're not going to demote their status, is we have the guarantee. So 30 days, no questions asked, money back guarantee. We have them all covered. At least that's the whole idea of it. Right. So once the logic starts taking over, so they start thinking, I made a mistake, this is wrong, particularly if they've spent quite a lot of money. Spend quite a lot of money, then you will see them start to panic and you will see them suddenly rush back and I think I need a refund and this sort of business. Luckily, we haven't had very many refunds at all, and we've had a massively small amount of refunds, which is quite shocking. I've never sold a single product that's had this fewer refunds. But just well, so they need to be able to logically justify what they've just say bought. So if I went out and bought a Ferrari, one thing, Lindsay would kill us. But on the other thing, I might have been overtook with a passion, and we may actually own a Porsche garage. So I could go in there. There's been a few times I've been thinking about buying one because these finance days are awesome. Now, if I went and bought a Porsche, I know for a fact on my drive back home, I'd be thinking, how can I explain this to Lindsay before she kills us? All right. So I'd be thinking, well, it gets great mile to the gallon. She'll look great and it should look awesome. We could get enough shopping in there and things like this. So I would start trying to logical why I bought this car. It wouldn't work. I've just ordered a car, so it'll be actually coming pretty shortly, but it's definitely not a Porsche. So ask campaigns. And this is where we're going to start getting people to actually build your stuff for you, right? So we're going to find out exactly what they want. So by using ask campaigns, what that means, it means that you're going to be able to tell what offers people are wanting right now. So if I was to do an ask campaign to everybody who signed up for this, I would love it. I'm going to have to try and find the right time as well. That's one of the things I'm going to have to do an ask campaign on what time I should be doing this to get more people on the actual live, because people's watching later on. And the figures aren't shown very, very strange. But anyway, you can ask them what offers they want to be made, right? So what is it that they want? What is it they're struggling with? What's their biggest obstacle right now? So if we've got their biggest obstacle, and that's exactly where we can go out and get the problem solved for them, and really, really easy. Now, if they're already naming that problem, there's a lot of people who actually build their full membership sites like this. And they'll go out and say, right, okay, I'm launching this membership site on such and such. Here's section 1, right? Then from section 1, he'll say, right, please give us feedback on the section 1. Give him feedback, and then he'll start adding that, and that's section 1.2. Then he'll get feedback on that, and he'll start adding another section on that. So they'll build up their entire membership sites and things like this off what people's giving feedback on. So it means that the people's guided exactly where they want them to go. So it means that you've got everything covered. But what do they need to be? All right. So Everybody has, I was wondering what I wrote there. Everybody has their secret. In fact, I'll skip on the next one because it's easier. Right. Everybody has their own false beliefs. Right. Now, the false beliefs are really, really difficult to find out. The false beliefs are the thing that normally gets people not to buy. So you need to know, I'll put these the wrong way around, what they're believing already for them to be able to tell you what their false beliefs are. So if I was going for, let's say, chatbots, right? Their false belief could be, well, chatbots had the day and they don't get that much open rates right now. So we can go out and then tackle that false belief. So I can make an entire sales funnel about that particular false belief. Obviously, then I'll copy and paste, do another one, and I'll keep on doing lives around about these false beliefs. Now, this is a good time if you're ever going to be doing webinars or challenges or something like this, where you can go in and you can actually show that their false beliefs aren't correct. So you can go out and say, right, well, this is the, I know a lot of people believe this, but, and if you're approaching them exactly where they're already at in that false belief, it's a lot more believable because they say, well, I was just thinking that. So how does he know? Then you approach another false belief. I would say if you're doing webinars or things like this, only attack sort of 3 false beliefs at a time. So as it gets a bit overwhelming and stuff, think, right, okay, hang on a minute, this is too much. And they'll start switching off. So what if you could use the false beliefs and then bundle them in your products with your thing? So this is the bonuses. They could also add false beliefs to, right? So what we could do is when we make an offer, we could then do our bonus stack. And our bonus stack would actually have the particular false belief as part of the bonus stack. So one of the false beliefs is getting traffic's really difficult organically. So let's approach that. So no more traffic worries with this thing, right? So this thing could be auto posting. No more traffic worries because now we have auto posting. You don't need to worry about that. Getting traffic's expensive. Cut the cost of your traffic by using straight to messenger ads and things like this. So we can start approaching each false belief as a bonus. That way, as people's reading through it, they're getting more and more reassured. If they're not already sold by desire, then they're getting more reassured and they begin to believe a lot more of what you're saying because you're showing them at the same time. Next thing is cash flow, right? This is it's quite an interesting one. Now, I'm going to take you back when I had a pub and restaurant. I used to have pubs and restaurants and whatnot as well. Now, cash flow was always king. When I first took over, the pub was dying a death on this particular pub that I took over. And so trying to get cash flow in was absolutely shocking. We did have this huge wedding in. Now, this huge wedding, we made quite a few thousand on that particular night. And I thought, this is awesome. This is great. And so I booked some days off. I booked this, I booked that. This was all the first week. What I didn't realize was that this pub had no cash flow whatsoever. So I went out and spent the money, spent a lot of the money, and I had no sales for the next few weeks, or very, very little sales for the next few weeks. So what we need to do is we need to get our cash flow coming in regularly and consistently so that we can then start making plans, right? That's the whole idea behind it. I know some of you guys know that I'm doing a mastermind with Mike Filsaime. Well, that's going to be a huge cash influx, possibly. But the biggest problem is going to be, I don't really want big cash influx. This is why I don't want to win the lottery, right? Cash flow is king. So if you look at how many people has went out and won the lottery in the past, I know you're going to say, yes, I would rather win the lottery than not. It's a lot easier to cry in a Ferrari than what it is in a skip. But if you go out and watch how many people win the lottery and then they're bankrupt within a matter of weeks straight after that, it is a shocking amount of people. And that's because you're not, I know I'm not ready for it. So right now, if Chatham was as big as ManyChat, I'm not ready for that at all, like myself personally. I can get the team together and put a team together for all the rest of it. But I know for a fact that there is no way I could go to that sort of scale that fast and be completely ready for it. I wouldn't have a clue what to do. I would blow the money and I would probably end up in a ditch somewhere being very, I wouldn't. But it would be an absolute nightmare because it's too much too soon. The thing does take some time to build, which is good. It's a nice thing. However, you can still build it with a very, very nice thing. I'm ready for the amount of money that we're getting right now. I'm ready for a few steps forward, quite a few steps forward. But if I was to get a lottery win, actually, I've got a friend whose mum won the lottery. She actually won 17 million and she gave away half of the 17 million because she used to play bingo with this woman. So give her half the money. Awesome. And she still got the bus to come and get a tattoo off us lot, which was even stranger. I would have got it for, I would have got a Lamborghini there or something. So if you haven't made major money yet, if you're just starting off on the whole journey, first off, concentrate on just making your first 1,000, right? Don't start thinking, right, I need 10K a month. Just say out the gate, I need 10K a month, and that's how much I need. Start off with, right, I need 1K a week. If you can get to 1,000 a week, it's a lot easier to scale. Once you know how to do these sales things, you start putting it all together for the 1K, it becomes surprisingly quickly how fast things snowball and how fast you actually start making money. And then you suddenly notice that all these people who's making major money is because they've already built their email list off the 1K stuff and off this kind of stuff. And all you're doing is you're just building on top of what you've already got. It's a whole compound interest kind of thing. It's apparently the eighth wonder of the world. So build then higher and you can start making your difference. So what I mean by this is I do see some people who have these particular things. Like I'm a dog walker and I want to go out and I want to launch a whole nationwide dog walking service where, in fact, I seen one with tattoos the other day and some bloke, it's on JV Zoo group. I was going to chime in and he wants to set up a whole sales funnel and it's going to be selling off tattoo designs to various different tattoo studios that tattooists can then go out, buy these tattoo designs and then tattoo them on the people. It will never work in a million years as most tattoo artists design their own tattoos. So it's a complete waste of time. And you've got the internet where there's free designs all over the place. Just absolutely nonsensical. But if you built up small on something different, instead of trying to go out there and write this, what was it? There's 100,000 tattoo studios in the UK. So each of those 100,000 pays me $30 a month. And absolute, it just would not take off. It's just one of those things where you need to think about your own personal wealth first. If you want to go out and help people later on, if you want to go out and save the whales, you're in a lot better position to do that if you're making 20K a month, 30K a month. Then you can go out and you can actually start go out and saving the whales if that's what you want to do. Right, never get trapped on the learning curve without taking action. This is a thing that I done myself. When I first started off, I went this huge learning thing and I started going really, really deep into everything. And what a nightmare. I started doing the whole analysis paralysis thing. I was the ideal candidate for that, which made matters worse was that I was then doing one thing, actually sort of worked. I was doing one thing, analysing the crap out of it, learning everything I could about it. And then I was thinking, no, that's not right for me. Switched on to something else. Done the same thing again, switched on to something else. Same thing again, switched on to something else. This went on for about 9 months where I was just spending an absolute fortune trying to learn these various different things. And I wasn't actually doing anything because when I was halfway through learning, I was thinking, no, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do that. And then, no, I don't think this is right for me. But I wasn't actually going out and taking any action. So it just meant all I was doing was spending money. I was a consumer rather than a seller, which is always a bad way to be. And it's going to help you work out what you want to do. Wasn't until I went through all of the things I didn't like that I went, right, okay, well, I love chatbots, I love sales, I love sales funnels, and I love marketing. So this gives us sales flows, which is what I love, marketing flows. So core of creation. You can see I went deep in this today. We've got far too many notes. This is why I'm actually showing off my notes, because otherwise I would have forgot it. So research your red ocean and create your sales message. So you're going to go out there, research the red ocean, your ClickFunnels, your GrowFunnels, whichever it is, your big player in the particular area, right? So again, if it's keto, go out, research who's best at keto. That can be done very, very easily. Draft a core offer, right, with your dream customers. So start asking for advice off your dream customers. So right, I'm thinking about producing this. What do you guys think? Now you can do this on lives. You can do this by showing people straight away. Thanks, Curtis. Yeah, I went a bit deep today. You can do it on lives. You can do it on webinars if you're really, really confident. I'm not confident enough. I hate doing webinars. I'm still trying to work on my Groove one. Be an absolute nightmare. But your dream customers will help you. Watch their expressions. If you make up a funnel, right, another little secret here, but if you make up a sales funnel, go to one of your target audience and do it on a live chat, right? Get them to share their screen, get them to share their face with you, and then show them sales funnel while their face is still on there. You'll be able to see on their reaction how good that is, and then ask them, right, okay, what's the matter with that? I've seen it in your face. Tell me what they think's the matter with. Once you get that bit fixed, go out and show it to another customer, right? After that, you can start soft pitching. So you can start soft pitching everybody with, look, I'm doing the sales funnel. What do you guys think of it? I'm just after some advice. And that gives you a chance to get to know their false beliefs. They're going to start telling you little bits. Next, we're going to build out the flows and build them out fast. Fast is a major thing. Money loves speed. There's so many people who won't launch a funnel or won't launch a flow because they say it's not quite ready. That's still not quite ready. I'm getting there. I just need a couple of more things to do. If you keep on putting things back, you're actually never, ever going to be able to launch and get money in. You need to go out and launch it fast so you can get more objections, right? You want as many objections as what you possibly can. This is the way that I build my funnels. if you notice, I've got a load of different funnels, which I need to go through and start deleting a load. But I've got an absolute stack of different funnels. And every time I put a new funnel up, I always take a screenshot of it and I put it on the group and say, right, what do you guys think? New funnel for you. And then I wait for objections. I wait for people to go, right, I don't particularly like that. And I don't know if that's going to work and all the rest of it. Now, this works really well because most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Now, if you ever come out in Durham, you're ever around in Newcastle area and you see me out on a night out, this is one of my biggest problems. I listen to them, ready to reply to what they're about to say. Now, in business, I don't do the same thing at all. I listen to say, right, okay, what is it that you don't like? What is it I can understand that's going to make my offer better to you that you're going to enjoy? So switch off when you're in business mode. Obviously, when you're out getting drunk, do whatever you want. But switch off when you're in business mode to actually understand what it is that they want to improve. If you can understand that, you've now got the keys to the castle, all right? So, a little tip here we thought we'd go into. If something's marked in YouTube as public, that means you could actually go out and share that. Now, that means you can put it into a membership site. This is a quick way of doing let's say, a lead magnet. I done it with Russell Brunson. I actually went in and I talked over the top of his webinar thing that he shared. And what I done was I broke down exactly how he done it, how he done the 3 million in an hour and a half. Now, that means I can use that as a free giveaway, right? He's already put it as public, so it's already in the public domain, so it's cool. Now, that also means I can throw some affiliate links in there as well. Now, what that means, it means I go out and I can put his webinar funnel, his webinar talk into a little membership thing. I said, do you want the secrets to Russell Brunson's webinar on how he made 3 million in an hour and a half? Then I put my affiliate links for his perfect webinar funnel, which then means I'm going to start getting paid affiliate money. I can target it down really, really easily. I just target people who follow Russell Brunson. I can spend some money on that. I can get people into my whole domain, which is the main object of it, which is building up my email list. And we can do it all for free. So there's a lot of other people I do this for. It's the same as the competition kind of things. So when I was saying before, you go into eBay, you can look for various different collector's items of the different stuff. So Tony Robbins collector's item, really, really easy to find. You can then go out, market to the Tony Robbins followers. You can put a competition in with, do you want this collector's item of Tony Robbins stuff? Market to them, free entry here. If you recommend a friend, you get 2 entries. Make them do all these different things, get more and more entries. And that way you're going to get your funnels going viral and you're going to get an awful lot more people in. Now, there'll be people in your particular niche that's the same. Another thing what you could do is you go out and start interviewing them. So if there's any books that you particularly like the look of that's in your particular niche, go through Amazon, have a look at the books, have a look at who the authors are, set up your podcast, YouTube, whatever it is, and then ring them up. Podcasts are particularly good because people can't see how many followers you've got. But then you can ring them up and you can say, would you mind if I interviewed you? I think you've got the perfect fit for my audience. And now all of a sudden, all of their followers are going to start following you as well. So you're now building up your whole set of people easily and without any money spent, which is even better. So don't brainstorm offers with the mindset of, I don't know how to do that, or I don't want to make that. Remember, those are the hacks. Getting the authors in there, giving away free interviews, using YouTube videos, using the various other stuff like this. You can get people to do this. You can even say to somebody, if you're thinking of an offer, there's actually a bloke I was talking to the other day in the pub. He's a self-defense bloke and he's pretty awesome. He actors. I used to be a boxer, so it's really quite good. But then I said, right, listen, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make up a sales funnel. I'm going to actually start selling people in this self-defense course. Within the sales funnel, you do the videos, do all this little lot. I'll go out, I'll do the marketing for you. And then we'll do a 60-40 split. Now, this guy at the minute doesn't actually do any videos, doesn't do any of that. He just gets paid on a regular basis. So therefore, he's now going to get 40% extra of what it is that he sells for doing just some videos, which are then going to be evergreen. He's going to keep on making money from that. I'll keep on making money from that. And it's really, really simple. Right. So the things I told people back. So this is the list that I made up of what I found a lot of people are saying are their major problems or being held back. So the likes are publishing. They don't know how to actually go out and start getting the publishing done out there. Really, really simple. Use Restream, something like this. Use Jarvis. Use anything at all that you can get out there. Clarity. What's going to be your calling? Now we're going to go into this a bit further later date. Overwhelm. A lot of people's just overwhelmed with how much information. Please, if that's the case, just stop and pause stuff. It makes life so much easier. How to make a good offer. Hopefully, we've cleared that up a little bit. If we haven't, if you've got any questions, we can go through them. How to get traffic. Hopefully, we've cleared that up a little bit. Build an actual funnel. Like I say, the funnel is just split in 3 parts. Really, really simple. How to build the flows, cash flow, mindset, support, time, resources, find the right people, life, my biggest one. What to charge, stories, close. All of these different fees that's in here, every one of them could be approached. The best thing about these fees in here is you can actually use each one of them as a particular subject. So I can go out and I could now produce content for every day just using these various different fees. And if I overcome these particular fees in the content that I create, then what's going to happen is people's going to start saying, well, I was worried about publishing before, but now Sean's went through this whole publishing thing. He shows the easy way to do it, which is what I've done last week on Chat Ammo. Then I can put that out there and I would say, got a fear of publishing, or how we solved our publishing fear with 2 simple steps, right? And then use that as a funnel, put it in the publishing side of things, and we're there. We can then release that funnel to people every single day. So we can cover every one of these and keep those people engaged. We can cover them in our email, we can cover them in our messenger, we can cover them everywhere, which is then going to keep all the various bits. Right, so that's the end of that little lot. Let's go on to the one-pager. So your one-pager today, we have actually got some links in here as well. Right, so this is actually made for Digital Marketing Manifesto. It's day 2 on it. So it's going to tell you the various different bits in here. So this one's create a one-page account. You obviously don't need to do that. This is your free account if you want to create a one-page account. I'm going to say what the steps your dream customer must follow to get to the result you're promising them. Right, so we'll put down the steps. I don't know why I've got question there. How are you going to teach these steps? Right, so this is how you're going to actually create your offer. So how did you earn or learn it? How do you go out and know the result of this step? If you just go out and tell people, yeah, this is how you do it, you haven't showed people that you've actually learned it or earned it. So therefore, they're not really going to, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Right, hang on a minute. I've remembered this time, yeah. Right, so let's go back into this. Right, so your Marketing Manifesto, I've got the various different steps. So I want you to break down the end result you're going to get somebody to, the big highlighted end result. What steps do you need to take? And then we're going to keep the sexiest step. Right, now this is the create one-page account. Don't worry about these bits. And this is the dream results. So the dream results, we can start breaking down. Yeah, sorry, Sue. I just say Sue's just told us that I didn't share my screen again because it was my fault, because I'm useless. Hopefully you've seen it now. So talking dream results. Dream result on this one would be people going out and make more money. So I could break that down, for example, into email, chatbots, traffic, building funnels, absolutely all sorts of graphics, copywriting, all the various different things. So let's just say I was going to concentrate on chatbot, right? Well, chatbot's a huge, huge subject. So that's far too much for us to go out and do a simple offer for. So break it down to smaller steps. How could we get more engagement for your chatbot? How to build your chatbot to 5,000 subscribers within 2 weeks, right? So we could show that. So what is the splinter result that's more sexy and will become your flagship step? So put in what your smaller result will be. That makes it dead easy for them to get. Right, what's got the most attention where you share it? So again, this is where you put out content. When you put out content, you'll see a lot of people suddenly engage with one of your bits of content that you put out there. It's really, really strange when it happens because you never quite understand why it's happened. So don't try and guess what your hooks are. People will tell you, so they'll decide. So put out your hooks on the various different smaller steps. Try some different hooks. Try the curiosity headlines. Whatever you get the most replies from, then that is going to be your splinter step where you can start actually going to make your flagship product from, and which will be a small end of your sales, your ladder. So what steps your dream customers must follow to get the results that you're promising them? So like I was saying, we've got the likes of chatbots, emails, traffic, copywriting, design, all the various different bits. What's the sub-result that your sales flow will create for your dream customer? So what's the smaller results they're going to get at the same time? So each splinter result will have a smaller result. So each of these times, I will talk about the endorphins being released. Once they achieve that small result, they're then going to carry on because we're giving them step by step. So it makes life a lot easier, right? How are you going to teach your steps? So how do you earn or learn it? This is how people actually pay attention to what you're saying. If you don't tell people how you earned or learned it, then they just don't listen. It is terrible. I know if you look at my older content, when I first started off producing content, I never really used to go into how I earned or learned, and even now I keep on missing out every now and again. And I can tell when I'm missing out because I don't get as many questions later on than what I normally do. If I tell people how I earned or learned, you get a lot more trust. And people go, right, okay, well, I understand that. So now let's go. Next, explain your chat strategy. Next, walk through the steps. And if you've got it, show us a case study. So show how you've improved somebody. Now, the bits that I use, I've used Restream camera recording stuff. If you're going to be going live, very, very easy to use. It boosts out everything. And the books that I mentioned are the .com secret books and whatnot. I'll also put a link in here for Jarvis, because I know I mentioned that an awful lot as well, which I should really be on there. And what else we've got is, as I was saying before, getting your dream audience together can be done very, very easily by using various other affiliate programs. Now, if you're going after Groove, then obviously you can go out and promote Chatammo, right? And if you're already a fully pledged member of Chatammo, then you're on 40% on this one. Or alternatively, you go out and you can promote. Where's it gone? I've lost it. And you can go out and promote the 5-day Groove challenge. Right, we're probably doing another one pretty shortly, where I get more polished and hopefully don't lose people off and share my screens and stuff. So everything's in there what you guys can go out and actually start promoting. Now, both of these, it's 40% payouts. You get payouts on the upgrade for the 5 days Groove challenge. You pay $97. What I'm thinking about doing with that is I'm thinking about jumping on a Sunday and actually doing the live with the people who's done the $97. And then you can ask any questions that you want with anything that we've done. Finally made it live. Welcome, Miller. Nearly the end. So, one thing about doing is everybody who's paid the $97, I'm thinking about jumping on a Sunday, doing a few hours where everybody who's paid the $97 can jump on, ask me questions, and then we'll go through a little bit more in depth how it'll actually apply to you. So this is one of the upsells within here. Another upsell is obviously the chatbot. So you've got all of that in there as well. So these two items as well I'll put in the chat. So let's just do that before I forget, because I'm pretty useless. So boom. So that's the Chatammo one. This is I've already done that one. Idiot. Right. This is what I mean, guys, as well. If I can make money, honestly, I swear to God, anybody can. I'm sure I'm the thickest person out here. Right, so save that. Let's go back here and let's share that. Has anybody got questions, by the way? Anything at all that I haven't covered and I should have done because I'm hopeless and I talk too fast. Apart from questions of Sean, can you stop talking so fast? Because I've been trying. I'm not very good at that bit. However, Sue did give us a great idea that I shouldn't try and smoke on my lives. So you might see us cutting off my lives a little bit short and going, right, that's it, I need a tab. But it's all good. So if anybody's got any questions at all, just before I knock off for today, then I'm around. We're also starting to do some interviews ourselves. So obviously get more. Cool. Thank you, Angel. Angel's been really kind and sounds like she's got more that I'm doing well. She tells lies, Angel, though. It's terrible. It's like, oh, look, we can do a chat overlay. I never thought that. Oh, didn't actually show. Right. How cool is that? Let's see if we can do it. Well, that's brilliant. See, I didn't know this actually done that. Right. So that's cool. I don't understand why it's done that bit like. Right. So we've got all the various different bits hopefully together now. Don't want the chat overlay. No, go away. Right. I don't know. I've done something now and I don't know what I've done. Email links. Right. A lot of my people. Was there any emails with them links sent? Not with the link sent out. What I've actually done with the emails. Sorry, I never seen that comment there. I never sent out the emails with the links on. What I done was I told everybody in the emails to jump into the group. But I have just sent out an email this morning. I've had to send out as a broadcast because for some reason I can't seem to get everybody to go onto me list. I'm having a bit of a problem because I'm not too sure how to do it. Oh, there we go. I'll just hide it. Right. So I've sent out an email this morning that says, right, here's a link to day number 1 with all of your links inside of that. So the day number 1s and whatnot are in the Groove 5day.com. And then if you go to day 1, this is the link I've sent out today. Right. So this is the live on your Who. And then it's got your Who Finder cheat sheet. There's an example for my Who's, how I find mine. And it runs through all that a lot. I think I've also put in day 2, but I've hell on getting up there yesterday. So day 2 is the traffic. Day 2, we've actually got 2 links because day 2 we're doing more. So we've got all of that lot. And day 3, obviously, I haven't got up there yet because this is day 3. Day 3, I've got so far not shown. I haven't got it done yet. Thought I'd actually published it, but I mustn't have done. So yeah, all of those links are coming. Right. Facebook user, we've got I'm confused. Right. What's Miller? Right. Miller, what is it that you're confused about? Sorry, what part is it that you're confused about? And hopefully I can help. You are putting the links in each day here in the group. Yeah, so I think I know what you mean. Right. So yes, I'm putting the links in the chat. So underneath the chat bot, underneath this live, there should be a load of links where everybody's commented, and you're actually going to see the links underneath each of the lives for each one that corresponds to, so that you're not going to go out and get the links for the other live. I didn't know I could do that, so that's quite awesome. So you're not getting links for the other lives. So say, for example, today when I'm doing offers, then you're not going to suddenly go in and download the links for traffic. Otherwise, you're just going to get really confused. So every day as well, the next day, so tomorrow, there'll be a big, link for the one page, isn't in the chat, isn't it? Right. Why the bloody hell isn't it? Okay, let's do that again then. Unless I forgot to do it. Right. The link for the one page should be there as well. So the link for one page is up there. Easy to work your way through. I would always try and get the one pages done. Because on Friday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an absolute stack of one pages, right? A whole work through thing, which then means you're going to have a complete book. I'm actually going to give away the funnel tomorrow that I was going to give you today because I overworked today and I got too much. But we'll get that tomorrow. But on Friday, I'm going to give you the links to all the various different one pages that I use, the different worksheets that I use, so that you can go out and find out all the various bits. So if you want them to, you can go out and fill your exact offers up. You can fill your funnels up. You can fill your sales flows up. You can fill everything else up really, really easily just by working your way through this. Remember, these one pages are something that you want to be keeping. And then whenever you're doing a new offer, setting it up. Right now, I would love to also know as well, but we'd like to put it down below or wherever, what various different niches that you're in. And then we can actually target down on your niches a little bit more. So what is the business that you do? What is it that you have going on? And if you tell me that a lot, it means that we can go a little bit more targeted. Because at the minute, I do keep on talking about chatbots, which I know some guys are interested in ChatAmmo being an affiliate. It's awesome. Everybody should be an affiliate for ChatAmmo. And I know some of you guys are into Groove to be an affiliate. Obviously, those two marry together perfectly. Not at the minute, though, because we're still having the problem with our tech. So one day somebody will admit to change something. And so once all that's in place, then it's all pretty awesome. But we showed the little hack yesterday to get over that bit. I still hasn't appeared in the Facebook chat. Why is it not appearing? Right. Let's just see if I can copy and paste that again. That sounds a bit strange. Why it's not doing it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Not that one. Damn it. Wrong one. Are all the other ones appearing in there? Is it just the one page that we're missing? So that seems a bit strange. 5 day groove challenge. Right. On live. Why is it not doing it? Okay. One pager. Let's get the rest of them in there, just in case they didn't show up. Control C. Control V. This one. Not that one. Oh, crap. Day groove blank page. Have I done that one? No, I must have. Right. Boom. Right. That should be all the links in there. Hopefully. Yes, they're all in there. Thank Christ for that. I'm sure I'm losing my mind. I'm definitely getting old before my time. Is something going seriously wrong here? It's probably because I'm not getting very much sleep at the minute. In fact, we're having nightmares at the minute. We don't understand what the nightmares are about, but sadly, I seem to be wrestling with Lindsay in my sleep, which is not really what she's very happy about. I've got a feeling I'll be sleeping downstairs on the sofa. But that's it for today, guys. If anybody's got any questions, please just add them. I do get notifications about the questions. I don't understand why the links aren't coming directly from here, which they should do. They're probably in the YouTube chat or something silly like this. We are going to be probably running another one of these I'm not too sure if it's going to be next week or the week after. But you can put your affiliate links out there. Obviously, market the hell out of it. Market it to your affiliate, to your Groove list if you've already got a Groove list. The easiest way to sell it. And then you can continue marketing it, which then is going to pay for your ads. Because remember, the most important thing that we're trying to do is build your email list. Now, anybody who signs up for the email list, in the mastermind, learning from multi-7-figure marketers how he earned his different income streams, and we'll be able to promote his program first until we create our own. Yes, you certainly can. You can promote absolutely anything. The whole thing about this mailer, sorry, I'll share that. So I've just learned how to do it, so now I'm chuffed. Right. So the whole thing about this is that you will be able to go out and actually go out and share anything at all that you want to share. It's going to make it so easy. Thanks, Sue. To actually go out and sell it. And the best thing is, the whole time, the one thing I will point out though, if you're doing a mastermind with a 7-figure guy and you're sharing his affiliate links, please put a bridge page on. Now, I share all of my traffic with you guys. So if anybody signs up, you get the links and the names, right? So you build up your own email list straight away. What you'll find with most affiliate programs is they don't give you links and the names, right? So if that's the case and they don't get links and names, the thing to do is put a bridge page together. So do a quick ebook or a free giveaway or something like this that you can actually use the lead magnet to get them to your place first. I always use a chatbot. So I'll link the chatbot to it. And what I normally say is, if I'm doing a review for something, so it's a good way to get traffic in. So I'm doing a review for it, and I'll say, right, just for watching this review already, if you head over to such and such, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you a prize just for watching this. I've got another bonus here that's going to make what you're going to learn from this particular 7-figure marketer a lot more beneficial to you, right? I'll then do a giveaway, so I'll give away an ebook or anything, a tutorial. I'll break down one of his lessons that he gives away for free. I'll do something like this. Then that way I've got them into my chatbot. Now, once I've got them into my chatbot, I'm then going to add them into my Groove mail list. Because remember, our main focus is to get them into our email list. So once I've done that, I'll then go off and sell them the 7-figure market thing. But whether they buy or they don't buy, it still means that I've got more bites of the apples. If you send them directly to the affiliate sales funnels page, which you'll find all over the place. So if I send them to ClickFunnels, they might bounce off ClickFunnels. We'll say Groove actually, because you guys obviously got Groove. So let's say I send somebody to Groove. They're going to bounce off Groove pages quite often, right? It's about 70% bounce rate you get on Groove pages, landing page. So they go in, they bounce off Groove pages. I've got that affiliate click, right? Now, if they type back in groovepages.com or whatever they do, groove.cm, then I'm still going to get credit for that. But if somebody else sends them to Groove pages in the meantime, right, I'm not going to get their email address. I'm not going to get their name. I'm not going to get anything. So I can't continue to remarket to them. Now, instead of doing that, if I done which you'll often see from me, I'll do a bridge page that then says, do you want this free realtor sales funnel, which I've done a lot of times. It actually got me a load of money in. In one day, we took over $7,000 just on a little competition. I only ran it for one day. I only used it to prove a point. It's very upsetting. But anyway, we'll put this little ad out there, put a landing page on there. And what I said was, right, do you want this free, complete, built for you, realtors sales floors? Right, in amongst the sales floors, we're going to have the selling floor, we're going to have the buying floor, we're going to have the getting customers floor. We're going to break down exactly what you need to be doing to get more sellers. And I'll also give them a free PDF that they give away to their sellers. All I've done was I went out and bought a PDF. Now, what that meant was I got everybody on my email list, and then I sent them off to that offer and a different offer. Now, because I was getting them into my email list that way, I was also giving away all of these free funnels, which is what I would suggest you do as well, particularly with the 7-figure guys. So give them your free funnels, but then put in your affiliate link on that free funnel so you get the credit for Groove. Even if they don't buy that particular day, what it means that you're going to get the credit for it. And more importantly, you're going to get their names and the email addresses. Don't put out any offers without getting the names and email addresses, right? Please don't do that. I've done it for a lot of years and I wasted so much traffic. It was just shocking. I like some more training on Groove Mail. Thought I'd cheat and use your email sequence that you use for this challenge. I wouldn't use my email sequence. It's terrible. Right. Groove Mail, very, very simple. I'll show you my little hack that I use on Groove Mail quite a lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Jarvis. Right. It's the simplest thing in the history of the world to use. Go into Documents, start from scratch. Right. Write an email describing the 7-figure mastermind training. Right. If I could spell, I'd be dangerous. Right. Write an email describing the 7-figure mastermind training and huge bonus. Remember, always add a bonus that you will get using my link. Right. So we'll get all that together. Then I would do, oh crap, screen. Thanks, Sue. Every single time I do the same things. You'd think doctors have repetition, wouldn't you? That it's like training a dog and the dog actually starts doing stuff. Right. So I would write an email sequence describing this. So I then press go. Dear whoever you are, thank you very much. You're invited to join my 7-figure mastermind training. When you join using my link, you'll get huge bonus that includes access to all of the training materials and resources. This training is designed to help you make your first $1 million online. It includes everything you need to know about setting up your business. Let's just continue with that. See what it's going to go to. Market your products and services and scale your business to the next level. I highly recommend that you take advantage of this opportunity and join my 7-figure mastermind today. I guarantee you will not regret it. Right, there's your sequence part 1. Right, so that's day 1. Day 1. Right, so there's your sequence. So, write your name. Miller? How do I spell your name? That's right, right. So day 2. Write an email describing 7-figure mastermind. Now, this one, we're going to show them something a bit more. 7-figure mastermind, showing you how to build the perfect sales funnel. Right, so how to build this perfect sales funnel. So I'm going to just go down here. One thing I'm going to do on this one, I'm just going to put 3 little stars on here so it doesn't take account that last one. And then I'm going to click compose again. Right. Oh no, actually create them grid mail, right? Okay, so these are the actual ones. So these are emails themselves. Right, creating it in GrooveMail. So let's go on to that bit. So there's day 1, day 2. So let's jump into GrooveMail. Right. So GrooveMail, first thing that we're going to do is we need to have something that's going to start them all off. All right. So we're going to, right, how to set up a list, how to set up sequences, etc. Right, here we go. So first off, what you're going to do is you're going to go and create a list. So click on lists, then create new list, and then the new list is going to be called Mailer. Right, create that list. There's your list all done. Right, so we don't need to worry about lists no more. Now I like to also then go and create campaigns. Right, so I'll go and create a sequence, and I'll do a new sequence, and I'll put this as Mailer test. My description test for live. Just so I remember to delete this. I've got so many of these. Right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the trigger. The trigger is going to be from a list. So Mailer test is going to be the list. That's all cool. And that's it, good. Right. Next thing we'll do is we're going to send a welcome email to them. Right. So name, welcome, email. Sender, your own sender. I won't go into how to set that up because I'm not as good as what David Lemner put a tutorial on that somewhere. Subject is going to be something. Oh, I seen one the other day. Your affiliate commission is waiting for you. Right. We're not going to bother doing preview. Turn it into active. Click on done. I just tend to use the professional email. Now, this is getting really high engagement rates, so I would possibly do the same thing, right? So please enter an email to proceed. Just compose my email. Now, this is a bit that Groove's made a massive fuss off, and I'm going to go against Groove here a little bit. Groove's done all of the various bits where they're saying adding an image here and adding this there and put all the different bits and bobs in and everything like this. I'm saying don't do that yet, right? Up until these people are into your actual email sequence. If you start doing this, what will happen is, and I prove this on my own at the moment. So what will happen is the email service provider, so say Hotmail, Gmail, whatever it is, will see all of the various different content and they'll think not a lot of people send pictures through email unless the businesses. So there's a very good chance you're going to end up in spam. So instead of doing that, I just put in a straight paragraph, right? A straight paragraph. I'll then put in there, this is the first day publication. Have you found it's better to use template? No, leave it plain. I think you probably wrote that question before I just answered that. If you leave it plain, then basically it helps an awful lot more. Now, it also helps if you put their name in there as well. So if you've gathered their name on the first part, which it will do through Chatammo once it's bloody working again, then that's dead easy. So you've got your name in there, got all the rest of the bits in there. So the name, along with a message of just text, I would send it just text for at least the first 7 days. Right, so after you've got the whole thing done there, you'll put your little link in, your affiliate link, and all the rest of the stuff. And then you can also put tags in there if you want to. I don't tend to. I tend to keep things quite simple. So save and exit. We'll just save it in the default category. Email name, day one promo. Save that. Now the small of my Groovemail actually went down. So right, when I have one of my fake cigarettes. Hope you guys don't mind. I know that I shouldn't be smoking these when I'm doing that. It's very, very bad. Right, now I also always send myself a test email as well, just to make sure. So I'll always send to my Mac_tattoo at hotmail.co.uk. Are we creating induction series? First, just an email sequence that goes off to first offer. Right, good question. So, because you've just said that you would start off promoting an offer, then first off, I'll go out and start promoting the offer, right? We want to get people in with that particular offer. But don't worry, we can still do the indoctrination sequence. I should really share these while I'm on saying it. So I'll share that just in case anybody's watching and they don't understand what I just said. So, are we creating I can't say it. Or just an email sequence that goes first with the first offer? At the moment, just an email sequence that's going to go off first, your first offer, because that's what they just say signed up for on your bridge page. So your bridge page is going to get their information, send them off to your email. We've already gathered their email account. And then after that bit, we can start getting them to try and buy this particular thing. Now, I don't know how much is the offer, by the way, for the 7-figure guys. I'll just keep on working while we're waiting for the answer. Right, so I've now got them there. So that's your first email done. After that, we do a time delay. Pop time delay in there. Now, it depends on how aggressive you want to go, right? So I would say, because we're doing a sales thing straight away, I would email them every day for the first 3 or 4 days, right? I would also, day 2, I would also be doing the same on my chatbot. So I'll be sending a message each day on the chatbot too. So we're getting the whole thing. Subject is day 2. Of course, I will get my things from Jarvis. So in there. So all done. Again, for day 2, I would still use a blank one. So compose my email, blank one. Drag and drop in my paragraph. Now, what I would do, but this is just me, is I would do a lead magnet and I'll give away the lead magnet, right, in about my second email. So my title would probably be a special gift, right? And then at the very, very top, I would put, I decided to give you something for free. I don't like the word free though. I'll try and think of a different word from free. I'll put that in Jarvis and it would sort it out. How's about the perfect landing page? Sorry, can I get a message there? We are currently in Doctrine Series first. I'll just name it. Oh no, that's the same question. I don't know the answer. Right. How about the perfect landing page? Now, then what I would do is I would go in and I would use the same landing page of what I've just used for them, and I would give that landing page away to them. Right. Now, the reason behind that, as though you can't guess, is because I want them as my groove. His first one is building your email list, learn how to make dollars by building your right. Awesome. So his first one's building your email list. Oh wow, there's so many offsets you can do with this one. Right. This is why I keep on saying never just sell a product. Right. So at the minute, I'll just share that with everybody so people see what they said. Because that's pretty awesome. Right. His first one's building an email list, learn how to make XXX dollars by building an email list. And it's offered out of 3 months to the mastermind for free. Awesome. Right. So first, getting the email list. So building an email list. So first thing I'm going to give away is I'm going to give away a email list builder. Right. So Groove Pages. I would love to know why this isn't working as well on Groove. It's really, really annoying me saying I've got no traffic when I know for a fact I'm going to come through today. Right. So going to Groove Pages. I'm going to find a simple opt-in page. So I'm bound to have an opt-in page here somewhere. There we go. Reading list opt-in. So with the reading list opt-in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little dooflab here and I'm going to share site. I'm going to copy this particular bit here. Right. Exit from that, exit that, come out of that and go to Groove Affiliate. Now, this is belts and braces. You don't necessarily need to do this. However, I don't trust that I'm definitely going to get paid. So I want to make sure we're belts and braces. So I'm going to make a custom landing page from here. Add a new custom landing page. This one's going to be reading list share link. Boom. Right in there. Right. So let's just share that with you guys. So we've got that right there. So you can put in your own thing. 5-day. Right, so you can put in yours right now. I'll give you the link to it. So change it to your affiliate link, please. Don't use my affiliate link, otherwise it's be a nightmare. Right. So change this and then give them this away in your mail. Where are we at? Where the hell are we at? Right. How about the perfect landing page? Click here to download. Right, so we're just going to go on that one. Going to put a little link in there. And the link's going to be your affiliate link. Right. So now we're starting to sign them as an affiliate as well for Groove while we're on. Right. Now, the next day, what we're going to do is we're going to start telling them a little bit about chatbots as well, because what's a faster way to build an email list, even faster than the way that this 7-figure guy's on telling you, is by using chatbot to get the correct email list. Unless he mentions that bit, 70% higher opt-in, all this sort of thing. So you can start telling them about this as well. So click here to download. Now, this is perfect for today's free lesson on how to build an email list worth thousands in minutes. Sounds all right. Minutes, right? So then I would send that as part 2, right? Obviously, I would pad out a lot more and make it sound a lot more interesting, right? So I wouldn't put, I've decided to give something away for free. I'll put in here and I would say rephrase all of this little lot, right? But I'm lazy. So save and exit that. Select category, default category, day 2. Save that. Totally agree. You're putting chatbot landing page or using, right? What I would do, I would put the chatbot on the landing page. For this one, I would actually just use m.me link. Because the reason why I was using m.me link, there's 2 ways I could have done it. I could have either used m.me link, which would then just take them straight to the chatbot, and that's the only place they're going to be going. Or I could do an m.me link where I then send them off to the offer. But if I do send them straight off to the offer, there's a very good chance that I'm going to miss them giving me their email address, right? Or get a false email address if I put the email thing in there. So what I would do is I would put them straight to the chatbot, and I would send the link from the chatbot, but I'll give them away something for free. So inside the chatbot, I'd say, listen, I've got something really special for you. This is a freebie, obviously the bonus that I'm going to give you. Fill out your email address just in case we lose you, because I would hate to think that you never got this whole thing I'm giving you. Now, there's a load of free stuff I give away. I think it's funneltemplates.net on the JV page. Load of free stuff on there, so you can give away one of those. It's all good. Then give away the various different bits. Then you can just keep on with your time delays. You can build this as much as what you want to. Now, I would normally only spend about 5 days advertising that one particular thing. Then I would start going to email sequences where I'm starting to indoctrinate them and getting a little bit more. Is Chat Ammo for Facebook only? Nope. Chat Ammo works on anywhere that you can put a m.me link. Now, if they're going to, I'll just show you where I've got it on chatammo.net. Don't know if I've got on my .com one yet. I should have, but right. So my Chat Ammo, I'll just sign in. Make life easy. Sign in. When they go into it, also because you got Groove as well, Mila, then I would make sure you get your keywords right as well, because if this guy isn't doing his keywords, you can cash in massively. Right, so we've got the little Chat Ammo thing here. My head's in the way and I don't know how to move my head. But as you can see, what pops up is it says either log in with Messenger or continue as guest, right? We're not too bothered if they're on Facebook or not, right? If they continue as guest, it's still cool. They're going to get in there and we're still going to get them, right? So Sean McMarketing, powered by Messenger, and then come in and ask the question. So you can put absolutely anywhere. You can go on Instagram, Facebook, all the rest of it, right? So, hey, let's get you training for affiliate traffic free. Please enter your best email in case we lose you. So exactly the same thing as what I've just said. Didn't know this one was actually on here. So we'll enter in their email. Underscore tattoo at Hotmail. So either way, they're going to ask them for their email address. And if they continue with Facebook, then we would self-populate that email address. So it's pretty awesome. Right, thanks for contacting. We've received your message and blah, 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 and get your free course. So straight away, I've now got that person into my email list. That will go straight off to Groove, and we're all set. We're good to go. It goes into the Groove list that you put it into, and now you've got more sales. But this is going to give you at least a 70% higher conversion rate than what you're going to get with just an entry box. So that one before was just my entry box, which is terrible. I'm sure I only did it to show a point. Perfect. I haven't played with Chat Ammo yet. Chat Ammo, honestly, so easy. Plus, with Chat Ammo, you can actually use. The thing is, when you give them your free funnel template, right, the one that I've just said sent over in the chat, send them over that free funnel template. Then what you can do as well is once you finish with your 5 days with them, start with the indoctrination thing. Then you say, oh, by the way, I've just remembered, I give you a funnel template. Would you like to know what other features you can do with it? So then you'll start talking about Groove Mail. Then you'll start talking about the chatbots and how you can increase that template's potency by using a chatbot linked into it. So you can start saying, right, okay, what you'll find is you'll get a much higher opt-in rate. Start using the facts on it. How to send is the train on how to send the name into group? Not too sure what you mean by that one. Do you mean sending the customer's name? If so, I believe this. Then it would be for. Can you please show off the question so you can see you? Who wants to see my face? I didn't know I had this question still on. Right? Are the questions still on there? Please show off the question so you can see. Right. Yeah. The best way to get the Groove training is honestly through David Lemon, but I'm actually going to be talking to somebody tonight at 6 o'clock who actually has an amazing training program, but it's a little bit more in-depth training program, which I will be going into later. But obviously, it's great software. So many people here to help you. Yeah, Chat Ammo is just easy. Send and subscribe to Chat Ammo into Groove. Yes. However, at the moment, we are having a couple of little problems. I'm going to blame Groove for this one actually, because I know it isn't us. Right. At the moment, for some strange reason, we get an error when we're trying to send people directly over into Groove. Right. Now, that was working an absolute dream, and there was no problems with it at all. And we haven't changed anything within our chatbot. We've actually got a load of updates ready to do. And I never changed it yet because I wanted my tech guys to be online at the same time as what I was doing it. And what happened is the tech guys has now had a storm, which is about typical my look perfectly. And they've had a storm, and so they're having problems getting on the internet with a reliable internet connection. So We are now trying to find out what GrooveMail's done to GrooveMail. Now, I keep on asking GrooveMail what they've done, and they are saying they haven't touched anything either. So there's somebody telling lies. Now, I know it isn't my guys because I have a log of when they've logged in. So I know nobody's been in my back end. That didn't come out right either. That's not something I would say. I always think I'm not doing something right. That one, don't worry about it. For a while, it's still not going to work properly. But in the meantime, right, while it isn't working properly, grab them from your chatbot, and I want you to go into this Google API, right? From this Google API, select the page that you're going to go into. So we'll just put breaking news, continue with that one. Next, we'll say choose your template, right? So download your template. So it's going to open up this right here. Now, make a copy of this file, make a copy, and then just copy and paste what you've just said done into here. So paste URL here. So Command V. And what you're going to see, this one actually won't have no information because obviously there's nothing in that particular one, but it's going to copy everything in there, right? And once it copies everything in there, that is going to save all your email addresses. Just then import all crap. Bloody share screen. I'm useless at this. Sue, you must be sick of telling me to share the screen by now, surely. How come Sue and Angel don't just go, no, that's it. I'm not working with Sean. No more. He's useless. Right. Sorry, what I was saying before then. Right. Go into Google API. Right. Once you hit the Google API, use the page that you're actually doing it on. Right. So then click continue, choose the actual bot. Then once you click that button, it'll open up this one. And as it tells you right here, it says make a copy. So we've got file, make a copy. Boom. Now I've got a copy. And then if we look at the little bit that what it says, it then says paste URL here. Yeah, I don't know why anybody would be here for us, right? Paste that in there. It's loading. It then pops up as if by magic, some point in time, and it'll give you all the email addresses and various other stuff that you've collected over time. Obviously, this is another one I'll go. Right, so I've collected a load of information on them. So I've got the subscriber ID. I haven't collected any emails in this particular flow. But I've got the first name, the last name, and all the rest of it. Now you can just import that straight into your Groove account. Just so you just go into, what do you do? It's file, share. We actually download as a thingy. I forgot how we do that. File. There's a bit that says download as a CSV file. I don't know quite where it is. It'll be in there somewhere. But that's what you do for now, just while we're on sorting out this Groove problem again. Ignore the faces. Thank you for your email. Please check your email whitelist. Right, so on this also I tell them to whitelist it as well. It's awesome, that one. Yes, that's all built in. It's all cool. So as soon as you go into ChatAmmo, you've got the little Google API right here. I'm hoping to share my screen. Right, this part. I've always got mine zoomed out, sorry, because I'm always working on it. Right, so once you go down, click. So Google API, right into there, and then it says choose your template. Actually, it doesn't say something else first. Get rid of that. So select which page you want. Really easy. Sean McMartin. Continue, and then just follow along. So you just click that one. So yeah, this one was actually one I used to use massive amounts. I love this one. Now, don't forget as well, if you've got your own products, you can always sell it inside of ChatAmmo as well. So if you're from a place what doesn't do PayPal and Stripe, then you can still sell it through ChatAmmo. So you haven't got that problem and you're not going to be stuck for sales, because there's nothing worse than being stuck on somebody you can't sell to, which also means that you can make your affiliate offer open to a lot more people, which is pretty cool. Right. I've answered that question. I don't know. Have a fully... Is that all? Poor Rains were here for you, Sean. You must be sick of the lives. Right. Is there any more questions? Just while I'm on. People's going to look at this and then go, what was he talking about for 1 hour 44 right now? Like, Jesus Christ. I can't understand a word that bloody Geordie says anyway. I'll just read through these messages in case anything I've missed. You're in ChatAmmo. Now, yes, I was in ChatAmmo right then. ChatAmmo is one of the easiest softwares to use. Just remember, when you're doing ChatAmmo, always make sure that you're doing it just one bit at a time. Don't try and jump into everything. Sean has this built in. Thanks for everything today. You're very, very welcome. But thank you for everything I've done today. One thing I would do as well, though, if you're doing promotional promotional things, I love the way Sue just sits and listens and just laughs at us all the way through. It's really, really bad. It's okay, Miller, if you just, this is actually going to be on their live, so you can go back and watch it all straight away. It's not going to be a problem that you missed it. One thing I would suggest doing, if you run an affiliate program, if you run an affiliate sales thing, it's not a problem. You're not bad at all, Miller. It's dead easy. If you're going to be running an affiliate thing, always go down. This is how you can get massive engagement, right? Go down social posting, import your Facebook accounts, import your social accounts, all right? Once you import your social accounts, start sharing everything straight away, right? So you've got Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit, Blogger. I don't know if you've got WordPress. If you have, it's going to be set up, and Medium accounts. And what that means, it means that you can blast everything all at the same time. Well, this is something I was really going to talk about today, but why not? What you should be doing, set up all of your Facebook accounts. So as you can see with my Facebook account, this gets a bit ridiculous here, man. Right, so I can set up a campaign list. You're an affiliate for me? Cool. You do this as well. So on here, I've got 100. Oh, I've just snapped the bloody pretendy tab. Oh, I hate these pretend things. Right. So go down. I've got 127 pages in here. Select all the pages, right? And put up your post in the page and you link to whatever it is that you're linking to. So that's 127 bits of content that's going out there straight away. Next, you can set up all your groups. So I've done, I think, about 17 groups in here. Set them all up on your groups and post them. Schedule a post for in advance. All right. Now, when you schedule this post for in advance, what I also want you to do, if you're doing blogging, then make sure your blog goes out at the same sort of time as well. Right? We want everything to hit all at the same time. So I want your blogging, all your Facebook posts, all your LinkedIn posts, all your Twitter posts, all your Instagram posts, all of your YouTube and everything like that, all going out at exactly the same time. Now, what then is going to happen? Yeah, on Facebook, I've got, in fact, I'll show you. But everything going out exactly the same time. Yeah, 127 pages of Facebook pages, 10 Instagram account, and 19 Facebook groups. That's only one I was right about. So everything goes out exactly the same time, and then everything leads that one place. So Google sees this massive influx of that particular tag, so that YouTube video or that blog post, or anything else, and you point everything towards that, right? Whichever one you want to rank the highest. Once they see everything coming all at the same time, Google then or YouTube then thinks, what the hell is this about? Why is 120 pages posting about this particular thing? And they will love it. Now, once you've done that, make sure that you set up your Facebook page and try and ask a question as well. Try and set up a question as well. So if people are asking you questions, they're going to have more engagement. Then Facebook and Instagram and all the rest of it are going to start pushing your content out more. So more people's going to see your content, and it just makes everything go really, really nice. And that means you've got now 127 links going straight to your blog post. It means you're going to get seen pretty damn quick. So it makes life a lot easier. And obviously, everybody likes it more. Ooh, right. So that was an extra tip for today. Hopefully some guys will use it, but it's great when you actually organize everything that all fires off at the same time. And you'll see the sudden bulk in people knowing you and liking what you're doing. And it's just an easy little hack. Normally what you'll get these gurus telling you, like these 7-figure people and all the rest of it, they'll say, right, try and dominate one channel. Well, one of the big bonuses is if you try and dominate one channel, it will work, but it's very, very slow. If you use automation, you can dominate all the channels all at the same time, and you don't have to work. You just put them all in there for a week in advance, and they're all set. It really is that is awesome, right? And thanks very much, Angel. Angel says, yes, it works really cool. It's really good. It's really good. It's excellent. Right. Anyway, so I'll be getting off. Now I've got a meeting with a guy pretty shortly where he's going to tell me all about his course, because he's done this awesome thing that I've just fell in love with altogether. So I'll probably be showing you guys maybe tomorrow or later on. And then hopefully you guys might like it as well. So if you go in, download all your stuff, download your one pages, your free domain stuff, you can give that away. Remember, change your affiliate link so that you get the credit for it. Don't give people, don't give it away and then give me the Groove commission. You won't be very happy. You'll probably cry later on. Thank you very much, Sue. You're very, very welcome, and you're very welcome as well, Angel. Right, so that's me off then. I shall speak to you guys later. Right, have a good day. See you tomorrow.